The name of the organization is escaping me right now. The one with the
IRS.
hands for taxes. Yeah, the IRS.
I'm crazy, but not that crazy.
I'm crazy enough to go against Batman. The IRS? No, god damn it, no.
But I am
Okay.
crazy enough to have started this stream right then. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 8.5.
Yes, we're back again
8.5. Will we
with
stay online?
everyone here this time.
Will I have to do
We
an
hope.
episode 8.5.a? Stay tuned.
We're actually
8.5.5.
we're actually legitimately thinking whether we should keep Jawain or not.
Well, we need some of that Java ice cream right now.
Okay, so we're I I was gonna say something that okay. Oh right. So it seems that the recording is working fine, so we're good to go.
Oh, you checked. Thanks.
So yes, we've left off half an hour ago.
An hour ago.
Yes,
10,000 years ago.
A
left off.
millennia ago.
We left off basically from the same point
We
that we
started.
left off. Yeah, last session. So
Last session, we
um,
just chose some rooms to be in the ship and just named the ship. That's all we did. What an entertaining session, am I right, guys?
yeah.
We didn't even decide the name
The
on
best
during the stream. We decided
entertainment
beforehand. We
ever.
just revealed it. All right. So
Still, remember, the best entertainment ever.
No.
anyway,
We're still
so
better than Big Brother.
where are we going?
Yeah, that's what I wonder. We need to know how much fuel do we have and where we are going.
Good question. Did we guys escape to
Oh right.
the planet?
Also this. Yeah. Also this ship was a cargo ship. So shouldn't there be any cargo that maybe we can sell?
Yes, there is.
There's an unconscious
In the cargo
Mandalorian.
is the Chad speeder.
Yeah, is the cargo the Chad speeder?
Hey!
Eh, we don't need to sell the cargo.
There you go.
That's a little. There we
It's
go.
back.
Okay.
We've got it
Okay.
back somehow.
It's back. Well,
Oh,
as we said before, in the cargo area, you find Frelisk
What the fuck?
passed out on the floor.
Bo-Katan.
Okay,
Bouncy
so
Bo-Katan.
I think it's time for you to decide where to go next.
I'm not deciding anything. I'm crying in a room.
Question: did we leave? Did we leave
Oh.
the blockade or whatever blockade
No.
exists? Okay,
Oh.
so that's an issue.
Okay. Yeah. That's an issue.
And then it's just gone to a
Well,
room going, I blew up an
I mean,
ATST. I've done
the
my part.
blockade is just one Star Destroyer, right?
yeah, that. It's only one Star Destroyer, so
So
it's
that's not too hard. All you have to do is fly away on the other side of the planet.
Or just do the Han Solo maneuver. Just fly slightly
Okay.
left every time you go for every 5 centimeters. Just fly slightly to the left. You'll
Well,
be fine.
just so we have
Ah, but the time
Okay.
and space Ewok has returned at last.
the only risky move would be for you to live down here.
So we could leave
Toward that
towards the
direction.
Brilliant instead.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you could
Yeah.
go there very easily,
Mhm.
and you could try and make some, let's say, space, hyperspace jumps that are not, you know,
Common.
Safe.
common and pathed and
Mhm.
safe. But
I
this
think the DM is
could,
trying to steer us to Serpendal, and then we'll have Yuzon Vong attack, and it'll just
yeah,
all of a sudden be the Yuzon Vong invasion.
yes, but this could lead to very
Or we,
bad stuff.
or we could just go unconventional.
Those
We could go very unconventional. Just go to Kali. We find General Grievous' son,
Hmm,
who for
sounds
some
like
reason
fun.
is also a cyborg.
So,
Uh, well, um,
uh,
So let's
what was
go.
the third
Let's
option?
let's go to.
Let's go to Munilist and find
let's
he.
ask what the witch has to say.
Yes.
Yes,
No,
let's ask what
uh,
the witch has to say. What the witch has to say.
what
Eh,
what I was going to say is that maybe we should, decide a place to go, then regroup and there decide, whatever if keep
before we
going with
do
the witch or
anything,
not.
yeah.
Mhm.
First, I would say first. Teleport away. I assume we do that automatically, of
Mhm.
not getting recaptured basically, of as we leave the planet. Um,
Mhm. Yeah, that's
the
the thing.
Don't assume
well,
uh,
anything with a DM.
as I said, if
Mhm.
you try to leave planet from the hyperspace lane that come on, the Star Destroyer is currently sitting on, it could
Well, I
prove
mean, see,
challenging.
Mhm.
where's the moon currently in relation to the Star Destroyer?
Wait, that's no moon.
Mhm.
Wait, that's no moon, yes. If I remember correctly, Dantooine has two moons.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
if we needed to, we might be able to use one of the moons as a barrier to slip around the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then again, you could just, you,
Not go that way.
yeah.
It almost
Yeah.
seems like the DM
Mhm.
wants us to go to Debrilion.
Yeah.
Well, specifically, but
But we could go to. Give me a
Daphne.
second. We could go here.
Let's
Um,
let's go
I
to
say we just
Munilist.
go.
Just to not go here.
I want to. Let's go here. See if we can find Higo Damas Jr.
I
well,
say let's just
go
go to Mustafar and check it there.
to
I
Munilist
heard
and
it
speak
is
with the bankers and find Darth Plagueis nephew.
so.
Oh, look! It seems that Eleanor's master, before disappearing, left her an endowment of 5 million credits. Let's go buy some good gear.
So I say first let's not um let's go somewhere where we are not getting chased, even if that's a random hyperspace jump.
Well, the
Uh,
thing is, we're pretty
I
deep in
agree.
Imperial territory right now.
no, I mean currently not chased. I assume we are not currently chased, so we are
Which
okay.
way we should take to avoid, imperial territory or get out of it? What's the
Well,
Well,
safest way?
if I
funny thing,
remember,
yeah,
isn't
go
like
on.
Imperial territory like this section?
And I just remember I haven't even updated with my ability, with my new
Okay.
ability.
Pretty close, yes.
Okay. What is it exactly then?
There are a few areas down here that are that are, are
Ah.
currently fighting over them.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I just meant
this,
like as like secure territory
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because the war's been going on for a while. There's gonna
Yeah.
be
So it,
pushes
se-
one way or
it
So we
seems
could go here or here, probably the safer option. because here we are probably going to find Imperials. So
I mean, we can just hit there on the way
here
to
or
say
here.
Serpendal and then route our way back, assuming the Vong don't come out of nowhere and drop a moon on us.
Mm.
Everything will go as planned. And anyway, so that is one of the priorities. Then check the ship to see what we have on the cargo in order to sell
Yeah.
in the future. And
Mm-hmm.
We'll get the Chad
Actually,
2.0.
Yeah.
yeah, and then talk to the witch because it seems nobody else will initiate a talk right now. And
I
No.
actually,
That's
Cloud,
debate of
we
the.
discussed this. There is one thing that we talked about during the first
Mhm.
session, and it's we've determined that all four of us player characters kind of have like set rooms we're gonna be in on the ship.
Oh God
So the
damn
only person who can move around is the witch, which means that we're the NPCs to her PC in a Bioware game.
exactly. So we all agree that the only person that can
Make any decisions is the witch. Yes.
make any decision and forward the plot is the witch. Yes. So yeah, we all agree on that, it seems. And so she's the only person to talk to after we done our initial off-screen investigation, because of course you do that off-screen on a Bioware game. We found that, commander. Oh, thank you very much. Why are you doing push-ups while you tell me? This is my animation, don't you know?
Anyway, so where does the witch suggest we go? I'm asking her. Like, all right, so
Actually, what is the cargo first? And let's
Yeah.
at the end so talk about the witch.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Pika,
to
start
be
writing.
to be
why
more
am I the one
specific
writing?
about what the ship currently has, it has enough fuel for you to make three space jumps, hyperspace jumps.
Okay.
That means three stops. You know,
Mhm.
just to visualize it.
So we could potentially get
You can go
to.
from here to here, then here, then here. For example.
Mm.
So if we do small jumps, we could technically get
Or
to
we could go
there.
do the
We could go to Bastion, the not yet known capital of the Empire.
Hmm.
Why would we go
yeah,
there?
sure. That seems so smart.
I mean, in character, we wouldn't even know that it's the capital yet.
No.
Yeah, but still, I think Ketch will have at least some idea of where the capital of the people that imprison him
No,
will
no,
be.
like the Empire made a big effort to keep their actual capital site hidden because they were
Oh,
losing the war pretty bad.
okay,
So,
okay, okay.
and for a while they were
There any-
actively moving it around before it just landed on Bastion and stayed there.
Landed on
o-
Bastion, how do you move it?
Okay, I say we go to the point that Core suggested if we have to choose
Okay, so yeah, now we should probably go to the
the
if
Cairo.
any other thing on the cargo.
We have a
Uh,
Yeah,
character in the
because
cargo.
you told us the fuel. Uh, uh, I, I am investigating
so
the Cairo, so come on, tell it.
the cargo is you can see that only one area actually has things.
Hmm.
Uh,
And you're in the
the
wrong
other
room.
cargo area is empty, and
Okay.
the thing that
Decide which one is the one that's empty or not.
this one has stuff
Okay.
and the other one is empty. And,
Okay.
Except for a
Okay.
and
suspicious blue cylinder.
yeah,
Of course.
and the cargo that the ship has is food.
Well, at least we won't starve.
Yes,
Now
Yeah.
we will
that's
start
very
later.
important, you know.
It's all Ewok flavored ice cream.
Yes. It is, of course, contained in, ice and all that, so it's not going to spoil or anything.
yeah.
It's made out of synthetic
The
Ewok as well. They're not monsters.
Yes.
Oh,
No actual
is the ship,
Ewoks were harmed.
uh, Neo actually takes into
these
consideration.
storages,
Neo takes
these
into consideration.
storages have enough for the trip, right, of 3 space ships, right?
The two come on, the two space shuttles
Mm.
have if you check you will see that they are in regards of fuel.
No, no, I mean in regards of food, too.
Oh, food? No, they have nothing, but you could store food
Okay,
if you want.
okay. So we probably can do free hyper jumps because we will be starving by the point that we are done.
No, you won't be starving.
Okay, then obviously we do the free jumps to the place the core say
We'll
because it's
just
the
be
most
sick of
rational.
the Jawa ice cream.
Wait,
Yes.
where's Joanne gone? Neo just neatly
Uh,
piles it all into two separate piles. This is
All right.
Elena's
So
comfort food pile, and
how
this is the
about for
actual
now?
usable pile.
How about for now we just go to Debrillion because that's where the DM wants us to go, and we'll decide more from there. If we
What?
need to, we can land and do investigating
what
stuff.
what I don't
Well,
what I don't like of going to the rebellion is that
you could you could
it's still
also attempt to go here.
that's imperial territory still, right?
Yes, it is, but
That's the same problem I have with Drew Billion. It's still imperial territory, and technically, Elena is obviously very searched because they will actually her master obviously wants to get her back, and because she probably knows that she was last seen with us, we are also probably searched. The only one that isn't searched is the witch, if we are lucky, and
well,
she wasn't so on the battlefield of when we stole the
Well,
cargo ship.
they probably aren't going to be able to communicate to all their planets fast enough about who exactly we are and why we're wanted. We're not
Okay,
exactly notorious criminals at this point.
okay, but still,
Ilana is a
that
likely
that
high profile, but we are
Mhm.
recognizable. So there is some risk, but I don't think it's a supremely
I think
overpowering
these
risk.
I think that these three
We
planes that I marked
okay.
are probably the ones that could get the communications the sooner, which means those are the most dangerous to land on. My opinion.
By the way, we can go
Mhm.
to Dubrillion, okay, and
Mhm.
then jump to Saint Vidal without landing.
Yeah, I was thinking we'll just stay,
Mhm.
in the outer rims of the system and decide what we want to do from there. Because we can continue forward or we can
Mhm.
choose to land. But that way we're not committing to using all our fuel all at once just because we
Oh,
want
oh
to.
no, oh no! Don't get me wrong. I do think that going this path is probably the smartest one because it has. But I don't like the idea of staying too much around 2 billion being on land or not.
Yeah. I mean, I think right now our question is, do we go towards Debrillion, towards Gravlex Med, or towards Ord Tracy? And I think the answer is Debrillion.
Yeah.
I say
Yeah.
Dubrillion too. Yes.
All right, so
But, wait. What the main character says? He's a decision. He's
it's true.
it's her decision to make.
God
All
damn
right,
it!
which just go interact with the navigation computer and select the world you want to head towards.
Oh God damn it! Uh,
Okay, so we're going.
Mm. Uh,
So
Also,
we're going.
something else is something else I would like to do. I would like to do a use computer to check the systems of the ship to see if we have some kind of information on where this ship was supposed to go.
We probably also want to do a search for any tracking device or
Yeah.
anything they might have and eliminate it.
Mm. Yeah,
So
just
we'll probably
researching for everything we can there.
Do you want to eliminate or Elinate it? Because Eleanor could just eliminate it.
because I think once we get to the outer edge of the Brilliant system, we can just kind of power down. I can take a walk with my spacesuit
Mhm.
around the ship just to check for any external tracking devices.
Sure, just doing that. You won't take
Let
some
me
kind
finish
of a
what I think we'll
spray.
be doing. Max time, you can check the computer system to make sure it doesn't
Yeah.
have any like illicit
Mhm.
programs because I'm not good with computers.
Mhm.
And then since being the outside job will
Mhm.
probably take longer just because it's 0G, you
Mhm.
might also do a sweep of the inside. And
Yeah,
our
check the
companions
engine
might
and all
help
that. Hmm. Yeah, probably the first thing to
because
do
it's
is check
easier
the
to look
engine
for
and all that.
physical
Mhm.
trackers than it is to
Yeah.
check the computer. So
Hmm.
the witch and our two Jedi friends might
Hmm.
look for any physical trackers on the
Yeah.
inside. I'll check the outside, and you
Hmm.
can check the computer system.
Yeah.
So Joanne and the witch can check the inside.
Probably also after I'm done with the inside of the programs and all that, I could also check the engine to see the condition that it is and all that.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be in decently good condition considering that it seems like this is a military ship, or at least a ship used by the military, so
Mhm.
it'd be relatively
Well,
well
look at
maintained.
what we are transporting. So
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
think it's
food
really
and fuel are
military.
like the two most commonly used military goods.
Yeah, but it also it's the kind of food.
I mean, I'm not gonna question imperial taste in Jawa ice cream.
uh,
So
Also, if we just stole the ship, how did we paint it already?
We
oh no,
haven't yet.
that's what's going to happen in the future. Also, we are going. Obviously, the only two persons sane to do that are going to rename the ship the Malcontent turtle. So we will probably have to come up for in universe reason to name it that. Those same two characters.
Well, I mean, Ketch is a slightly angry guy, so I
Mhm.
think he'd name it the Malcontent Turtle.
okay, so
Hmm.
the first stop will be the Brilliant, and you are not planning to stay there, and you will just make
We'll just,
We are not even planning to land where
unknown.
that we are sure.
Yeah,
we're
yeah. You
don't
just
move us from Debrillion yet, though. We're using that. We're kind
Hmm.
of pit stopping in the outskirts of the system. Like we're
Hmm.
in the system, but in a low traffic area.
Hmm.
okay.
Like it's pulling off to the side of the road
Hmm.
before you get into
Yeah.
town.
Yeah, yeah.
People do it for various reasons, but we're checking things over before we
Yeah.
get too far.
Most
And
have
before
been.
we arrive in another trap, so we can talk after.
Yeah, and I have a space suit, or well, a flight suit, so I can actually do the outside check
Yeah.
for a limited amount of time.
Or we can get the droid to do it.
We
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have a droid.
Yeah.
You
We
only got.
lost the droid.
We lost our droid with the speeder.
Damn it.
Yep.
We
I
gained a
don't know.
witch.
Does she
I'm not
have
sure.
first aid?
This is the thing. I'm not sure
She has
how much time
permanent.
she's going to be with us, being at will or not, and how much we align with her. So the only thing we gain is a different ship, bigger.
Well, yes, but we need to rebuy some stuff. Anyway,
We're
Some
gonna need
stuff.
another. We're gonna need another medical droid because none of us has first aid.
Yeah. Hmm.
So you
All right,
arrive
so
on
yeah,
the
you
brilliant
guys check the
outskirts.
yeah, we're in the outskirts of the system. We're just kind of killing power so we don't come up
Yeah.
on sensors. You guys
We
check the inside of the
we
ship. I'll check the outside.
I obviously look at Cajuns and I not will I begin to check the systems. So
So that'd probably be a use computer check. I'll
yeah,
make
I use
a.
computer systems operator will be here checking from
I
obviously
am
here.
on the wrong thing. Let me select that, delete it, and so Catch is now on the outside of the ship. Look, I'm trying to see where the ladder is. So it looks like there's a ladder that brings it up towards here. All right. I'll make a perception check to detect any abnormal addition. Oh shit,
No.
that's a bad roll. I
And
rolled a 3.
he also takes an R something to paint flames into the ship, and he spends too much time painting that, not enough time
Quiet,
looking or
I
paying
haven't made
attention.
that mechanics check yet. Shh, don't spoil my plan. But the good news about painting is that means I'm paying a lot of attention to the area that I'm painting.
I'll do my
So
internal perception check from my bedroom because that's the only room I'm checking.
Oh
So
god damn it!
instead of actually searching for spying devices, you start painting.
Yep.
Is there something
yep.
in my room? Oh my god, through my tears I can see a spying device. I better disable it.
Oh no!
uh,
This light resembles. Uh, okay, so
mhm.
I've actually got another idea. One thing I could try to do is set up the ship to detect any emissions that are going off in its area, aka like a tracking device sending a signal.
I spot
I
an.
could do that, but since I'm in the computer, but first of all, I need to I check that I'm doing that everything either works like it should, and if I find any kind
Yep.
of tracking program.
All right. So I guess after messing around for like the hour and change that my suit works, I come back
Mhm.
inside. I didn't find any. I didn't
So
find
no,
any trackers outside.
no.
so
I'm
big
assuming.
big Aku of this space. What did I find on the computer?
Of the space. So
Neo's starting to believe. What if the man? What if Frelis was telling the truth?
so you see that initially the ship's course was to go back to go to to nearby systems, collect more goods,
Mhm,
most of it food, exotic food,
mhm.
and then make its way back to the outer core world.
Let's see, Ewok flavored ice cream, Gungan flavored ribs,
Yes.
Ewok chicken wings.
Jawa
Ewok
chiplets.
chicken wings. How does that work?
We got Jawa
And some
chiplets.
Soylent, and then finally some Soylent Green at the last stop.
Hmm.
And our final
Okay.
destination is to take it all to Pizza the Hut.
Pizza the Hut. Yes.
God damn it.
What do I find through my tier field perception of 24?
Uh, I don't find anything
Only.
regarding any kind of tracking program.
No, you don't.
Okay.
And Helena finds some misery and
I find more reasons to
Misery and
cry.
sadness.
misery and sadness.
Okay. Seeing as she only checked her room, do we need to do a perception roll, me and catch for the rest of the ship?
Yes, Jawen can also roll for
And so can the
I let
witch.
Joanne know what we're doing.
What are we doing?
We
We're checking for
we pay
any.
attention.
Have you not been paying
Yeah.
attention for the past like 20 minutes?
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to anything. No,
But again,
Gosh
this
darn
is
it.
this is
I
Cloud. He
think
never
I
pays
spent all my.
attention.
I'm pretty sure I spent all my perception last week.
Yeah.
one second. Uh,
We're
We're
outside
just
of that.
doing a check for any
Yeah.
sort of tracking device on the ship,
Oh
so we
my
don't have a
god.
bunch of
The
Imperial
person
tails
who is
our entire
crippled
journey.
by grief is the one who gets the highest perception out of any of the rolls.
on,
I, I have
on,
-1 on wisdom. What did you expect?
on the ship.
Yeah,
Uh,
on the ship.
okay, because if it was outside, I would have some difficulty.
I
Okay.
already did the
No,
outside check. It
outside.
just
Yeah.
wasn't that good either. I've
Mm.
Yeah,
got
that that
7
that
perception
10
and I
was
am
for outside.
failing.
I
Does
have 5
does the witch make
perception.
a roll?
I have -1.
I've got 8 perception. That's probably partly why I did so well. Does the
Well, I
witch?
mean, you've only got 1 better perception than me, but
Yeah,
that
It's
a lot of it comes down to the roll.
yeah.
it, it- it's the only it's the only skill you have trained outside the usual one.
Well, I've trained use the force and also endurance and perception. So yeah, they're the only 3 skills I've got.
Mhm.
Wait, 1 second. You have +1 on it. You
so
have 0 on it. How you have 3 trained skills?
no
Probably
one
human.
finds anything.
One
Yep.
second.
What a shock.
Yeah,
Well,
how
Jedi
you
get free
have?
trained skills, and that's what I've gone off of. Jedi and soldiers get free trained skills plus int modifier, so I only get free trained
No,
skills.
it's 2 plus int. Your int is 0, so that means 2.
I'm pretty sure it said free when I set up the character.
No, it says 2. Otherwise, I wouldn't have only one trained skill on my whole arsenal, and would have somebody
It's
who
2
knows.
plus int for Jedi, and then let
Mm.
me check humans because I'm pretty sure humans just get a bonus.
Oh,
Yeah,
the human is the
yeah,
reason. Okay,
yeah. I'm human.
keep
Yeah,
forgetting.
humans get a bonus train skill.
Keep forgetting that. I know that they get a bonus feat, but
Look,
I don't. I
just
forgot
because
Come
that they
on,
get.
not
you're
an idiotic Jawa.
Yes.
like, he can at least speak basic.
Yeah, I can actually speak about.
Even the Ewok speaks basic.
Well, I'm only human after
No,
all.
actually, I think you had to take the.
Cloud, I'm
Yeah,
only
I
human.
know. I had to take it as a language, but I could, is the thing.
I
Cloud, I'm
know.
only human after all. Don't put the blame on me.
No, okay. Anyway,
So now that
Uh,
we've found a way to stop Cloud from trying to change my character, let's carry
no,
on.
no, no, no. I was like, what happened? Like, I cannot remember all the skills.
all
Uh,
right, so we've done a once over. We didn't find anything, but admittedly, our search was not that good. But this is not a
Yeah.
great spot to do a elongated, deep haul look through things.
Does
We'll
the witch
probably
do
want to
anything?
land somewhere.
I want to also do something I forgot. Knowledge on technology, checking the engine, the state of the engine, and all that.
Mm.
Oh wow.
Here,
Okay.
I'll help
It's
out.
Yeah, that happened.
okay. As you can see, it's in pretty good state. It's not damaged or anything. And you see that you also have a backup engine in case this one, you know,
Gives out.
gives out. But
Okay.
the backup one is, uh,
Much less good.
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
it's let's say it's pretty outdated, so
Mm.
it will
Yeah.
do the job, but
It's not good.
Does the witch help us with our perception checks to try to find the tracking system?
well, if you ask.
I just did. Does the witch help us?
Yes, you asked as court, but
Well, Elena's not really good at ask because Elena's just sat in her room.
We asked the witch if she's willing to help us when we begin searching
great.
regarding the kind of tracker.
And she will because, yeah.
Because she
Because
has
yeah,
a
it's
Yeah,
brain.
of course.
self-serving. It helps her too. It helps her to not be caught by the Imperials.
No,
Exactly.
No,
she's
her
actually
reason is yes, I will help because I'm the only one on this crew who has a brain.
no, she actually is the main character, so all this busy work is done automatically, so she
God
hasn't
damn
had to
it.
do anything.
There.
Hmm.
All
Yeah, she
right.
Yeah,
does.
plus 12 on
Does the
something. Yeah,
main
I already
character
have
find the problem?
finds a
Well, he's
few
not wrong.
she finds a few peculiar dents in a few places, but other than that,
Okay.
nothing to worry.
Question:
She
Should we
doesn't find a
call?
kid that only speaks Mandalorian.
God damn it. God damn it.
Should we co- should should we start calling her Shepard from now on?
No, she's not called Shepherd. She's called she. We don't know her name yet. She's just the warden.
The warden, yes. What
No,
is your
she's
name?
The
The warden.
warden.
Okay.
Well, that's your occupation. It's the warden.
The Grey Warden.
All right. Don't get upset.
all right.
After we are done with all the searching and all that, I call everyone, and that includes Elena, to the launch port so we can, discuss what we're going to do. Do we land
Okay.
here? Do we go to another
I
planet?
I
So you
I
call an
jump off the
emergency
ship.
meeting. So you're calling an emergency meeting that we are going to vote out Jawain. Okay, finally.
All right. There's an
So,
imposter in the crew. We have to toss him out before we all get murdered.
has anybody seen Elena?
I do search everywhere to call everyone regarding this. So yeah, Elena is coming.
No, I was talking on the poster joke. Anyway,
Oh,
She's
this
not.
was the yeah.
Actually, I don't think she will. I don't think
Okay.
that Elena will camp.
Seeing that she isn't coming, I go and check out the room again. Hey, we seriously need to get together to talk about where we're going.
Fine.
Well, we can either continue on the way to Serpendal,
No,
or
no,
we
no.
can land here.
I am talking to. I went back to look for Elena when
Oh,
I see
okay. I
that she's
missed that.
coming, and I'm looking at her and saying, "Hey, we need to discuss where we're going next."
Anywhere outside Imperial space will do for me. I don't care.
Look, I get it. You're through something horrible. I don't have any problem with you staying in a room. How much time you need to talk this up? Right now, we need to discuss this. After that, we won't bother you until we get to a planet. But right now, we need to talk this. We need to have everyone here. Whatever if you, we need you to. We need to see someone to feel use the force to do whatever it is to make sure of we're getting to a safe place. We are going to need the help of everyone.
I just nod and then follow you out the room.
Okay. So we come back to the launch port. I see the answer. Okay, well, do we have any ideas of where do we go on all of that? I say looking at everyone. Anything that
Well,
is. Mhm.
A
well,
bold, a bold old man appears and says, "We need to go. We need to go to Kvatch and save Martin Septim," and then goes away.
Hey, thank you, God.
God damn it. uh, at this point, I'm expecting the Ghost of Final Fantasy VII Remake to appear. I mean, to move the ship against its will somewhere.
I mean, maybe a Q will just appear out of thin air in the wrong franchise and like just warp our ship somewhere else.
uh,
Okay, so
mhm,
Let's look at that
um,
map again.
mhm.
Question: do we want to like draw a version that actually has like political boundaries on it so we know where we're going?
hmm,
If we have here a map that has that, which if this is an Imperium military ship, it should have. Yeah.
there is a map that has the sectors, but not actual political affiliation because it changes.
Well, it changes,
Mhm.
yeah. Are we in the warlord
Okay.
period or
I would.
Yes, we are in the warlord period. Yes, but
all right?
Mhm.
you know,
Is this before Thrawn or after Thrawn?
hmm, chronologically, it's after Thrawn events, most of them. But at the same time, we're
Because
going
like
to
there's the war because there were plenty of warlords breaking away
yeah,
before Thrawn. We'd
Mhm.
have like Zen Space and the
yeah, yeah.
Greater Maldrude.
But
Mhm.
Um,
that this is a bastardization with the come on, with the Mandalorian lore. So
okay.
Mhm.
So
Thrawn events are happening, but at the same time are not happening as they used to be in
Mhm.
Legends. If
okay.
you get my meaning.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Do we want to
Yeah.
just doodle up our version of the map then, just so we've got an idea? Like,
Yeah. We draw. Should we roll something while we are drawing
maybe
it? You know.
say
To.
this is the Empire. I doodled that horribly. Um,
Mhm.
Let me do it actually.
yeah, that's fine.
Mhm.
I was.
Yeah. By the way,
I'll let
should
the.
we? This is a question. Should we roll anything to make sure you know how much information do we get or not?
Okay. So there's the smiley face
No.
faction.
I question because you know the DM has the right to say you know
No, no, no,
whatever how
Max. The
much
reason
program or
people
not.
laughed is the smiley
Oh,
face that got doodled.
I didn't saw the smiley face. Sorry. Okay.
They were doing it constantly on my campaign. I'm taking
Okay.
I'm taking my revenge on Mish.
No problem.
So there's Empire.
The blue is
New
Republic
Republic.
represents
or.
the New Republic for now.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then Warlord factions. Do you want to have a reference from the canon well, one of the canon versions, or
The area here is being disputed.
no?
Mhm.
So it's got
Yeah,
a really
I imagine
weirdly shaped
it's
head,
between them.
red head, who's wearing a blue jumper, who's got a very suspicious growth on his neck.
I
No,
think we could.
no, it's a cook because you know the red makes the cook hat, the yellow is the face, the blue is the kind of
Body.
uh,
Yeah.
how it, yeah that he has.
Then what the
It's a
fuck
blue one.
happened to his face?
He has a weird face. All right, not everyone is blessed with normal faces.
True.
Uh,
This area here is
His nose.
pretty much anyone's
Mhm.
space.
So we've got
Okay.
the Pinocchio chef.
It's
And,
free space.
anyone space. Okay, who is this anyone guy?
Uh,
And this disputed or
Here is
do we not
Mandalorian
know?
space that is currently being, there's not an all-out war, but
Mhm.
skirmishes all around.
This is my
Hey, I
space.
could.
I'm Frelis. This is my space. Aku says so.
I was expecting the jokes regarding that. Yeah.
And the other areas are being, are, let's say, most of them are free space as well. There are
Mhm.
a few functions that are going around. Hut space had
Mhm.
been expanding lately because of
Okay.
the situation, and they found a
Mhm.
pretty good opportunity
Yeah,
to expand their
it's a
territory.
good moment for crime to succeed. Yeah.
Yeah, and pretty much that's it. The areas here
Mhm.
are,
Unknown.
they seem to be, a little bit out of.
Mhm.
They try to keep neutral.
Mhm. Okay.
I see someone's doing some more vandalism.
Yes, I can see that too.
Give me a
So
second.
since
I'm
that's
looking
a
for it.
TFS
Ah,
reference, I'm
yeah.
guessing that's Cord.
I mean, it's the
Yeah.
color red, so it's not hard to guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't have to draw in one color. You can change your color.
Well, this
Yeah.
one, this smiley face represents cosmic horror that resides in this area. So if
No,
you
we're not doing the Abeloth storyline. I refuse.
if you approach
This
there,
one
you're dead.
represents the upcoming tragedy.
No,
Okay.
no, we're doing that storyline.
So
Uh,
that's about it.
mhm.
All right. So if we get into
All right.
Serpentol, we'll be out of Imperial territory. We can land and
Mhm.
regroup.
Okay, that will be the what is does the I look at the Jedi and obviously I look at Ketsu hoping that he translate to Jawain. What do the Jedi feel regarding going there?
Jawain?
I at everyone. I look at the witch. I look at
Yeah.
Elena. I ask Ketch to look at Jawain. So we get
Damn it! My beautiful
some kind of
artwork
force
destroyed.
relative.
Oh,
It's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. My
do
first ever artwork in the session. It's gone.
I'm betting that Joanne's not paying attention anymore.
Elaine's just
Uh,
not. Elaine's
uh,
just looking down at the table, not speaking.
I just shrug. I don't know. Basically, anywhere is fine as long as we are
the
in a
witch
safe distance for now.
Mhm.
the witch doesn't have
Mhm.
any strong feelings about any destination really. But
Mhm.
but she agrees that you should get as far from Empire territory as possible.
All right, we
Okay.
can set down in
Mhm.
Serpentol. We'll have enough gas for
Yeah.
an emergency jump if necessary, but we should probably try to get more supplies while we're there.
I agree. I say looking at Ketch and look at him and say, "Do you need some kind of co-pilot or anything?"
Well, yes, this is a two-person crew minimum.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
you just man your
Okay.
station.
Well, I go with him to.
The
Yeah.
main character can go to the navigation computer and input the desired destination.
I just.
Okay. So yeah, we close
I
the
didn't
session
mean to
obviously
draw a
with that.
moustache.
Mustache, mustache, mustache,
This
mustache, mustache.
This is not a mustache. Now it is.
How do I even
Uh,
delete this?
Elena Swallow.
We enter the room and we see Elena and supplies. She's gotten too
Oh
much weight
god.
in the meantime.
All right,
Mhm.
everyone,
So,
buckle in. We're going to hyperspace. I pull the lever,
Mhm.
How do I delete this red line?
You
select it,
do
and
it.
then delete
like
it.
this.
I don't know how to. Oh, there you go. Thank you.
All
Okay.
right, we jump into hyperspace on our way to Serpentol.
Good,
Mhm.
good. Jawain, what are you going to do?
Joanne thinks.
Hmm. I
Oh, good.
will.
He's gonna
I
climb. He's gonna climb up the witch's fire and try and see what's below.
Oh,
either
God.
I, either I stay on storage or I will go and see. Like I will be going through storage and the front of the ship,
I knew it.
basically.
Majara has eaten all the ice cream.
Exactly. I mean, like sometimes I'm staying on storage, sometimes I'm going to check on Kets and the others, piloting the ship. That's all.
Okay, so along the way, the witch approaches Jawain at some point. Uh, leans down and says,
You, me tonight, 3 o'clock.
"Yeah,
God damn it. I didn't need that. God damn it.
My revenge for all the. That this is. I've been waiting. Waited so long for my freaking shit revenge.
Okay,
Yeah.
we have our tools in ready, so everything will go smoothly.
oh
Oh god
God."
damn it.
Oh no!
And that's why you don't fight Cloud.
And
You
says,
just
"You
keep
did,"
going.
and says,
Mhm. Mhm. Sorry.
and says, "You did well, little one."
Uh, I look here in, you know, like I'm like um, I'm looking at her with a big question mark, like thinking to myself, well, on what, basically, and
Where?
I'm saying, thank you.
Yes, of course, it picks up from your,
Yeah, no.
you
I,
know,
I, I told you that trick. I know how it works.
Mhm.
yeah. And then she tells you, yeah, I mean, you that you're, I think you're getting the hang of it.
Um, and I look at the lightsaber that I have on me.
Mhm.
Mm.
On that, true. Um, I'm getting the hang. I'm getting the hang of it. Um, uh, mhm.
Yeah, okay, keep working with it. That's what I'm saying. And if you want any help or guidance, I'm here. Also,
Mhm.
uh, well, unfortunately, we were incapable of retrieving the holocron. You know, the little thing you found.
Mhm.
So you might not be able to get your treasure after all. But that doesn't seem we are going to leave it on their hands.
Yes. Uh, from from what I understand, that it had some schematics about something.
Apparently, yes.
Mm.
I'm sure that this is not the only thing that it had.
Oh, it can have more things.
Yes, it can have a lot of things.
More m- more evil than just some schematics. Well, not more evil, more dangerous just some schematics, or that is the worst it can get?
Well, there's only one way to find out, I guess.
Hmm, I see. Uh, well,
For now, we should lay low though, and try to regroup and see what we can do. Actually, I'm
hmm,
afraid that it will take some time before we are able to do anything about it.
I'm afraid so. Hmm, Meanwhile, like, um, yeah, mm, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I will say that on when we have a meeting. Anyway, so okay.
Okay,
Mm,
so yes, that's about it. Yeah, and she
uh,
leaves.
she leaves, and yeah. What I want to say so. Before she leaves, as she leaves, I
Oh,
think. So, what is this Jed? And nobody has mentioned Sith, right?
no, I don't
The word
think
Sith.
so.
No. Okay.
I mentioned
Uh,
Sith language, but
they,
it wasn't really translated. But I don't think it was
yeah,
No,
translated.
in Jawa said Sith at least because Jedi has been said. Okay, what's all this Jedi? Uh, what is going on? Like,
oh, the Jedi was an order of people that could use the Force, the thing that you and me have.
mhm.
Uh, and apparently they were destroyed and
Yes,
almost all of them killed.
yes,
Almost.
but how do you know, how do you discern what actually is like, I mean, a Jedi? Because like Elena is different than her master. Like her master is like persuasive and like it wants to do what it wants, while Elena is how to say um, close to herself, not close to herself, more like inclusive, is that the correct word? Uh, more inclusive
An
and
introvert.
not exactly, but yeah. Um,
But basically,
She's now.
so you're saying that the master, what you're trying to say is the master only cares for himself and what he wants. Elena's actually more bothered about protecting
Wait,
people.
it's more like not inclusive, more like how to say not that forcing herself on others, but also
Imposing.
she's also I'm going to say that after, but yeah, basically not that force even like more like close to herself or her feelings at least close to what how to say she's more like I cannot really say. I don't think
Tempered.
there's a
She's more tempered and in control than her master is.
I cannot really say
No,
that. Yeah. Uh, uh,
I think the word you're looking for, like I said, it's more imposing. Her master not only selfish and what he
yeah,
decides, but
I
he's
don't.
more he imposes his will. He tries to impose himself on others, while
Yeah,
Elena doesn't.
yeah, I don't want to say that, but also,
Okay.
also I want to say on Elena that she's also more, how to say, um, uh, she's more not uptight. How it is called? More, she's like she believes something is that, and she's like that basically. That
Closed-minded,
I don't want to use the word close-minded. Not close-minded, basically, not because I don't like believe that.
set on her mindset.
No, no, I don't believe
Maybe.
like what he believes is right or something. I want to say that he since learned that since holocron is evil, so whatever it has,
Mm,
basically evil, and it's not something that maybe can be used because it is a tool, basically. So
mhm,
basically, like more on how to say it, more enclosed on her teachings, if that makes any sense.
Dogmatic,
mm.
maybe.
Yeah, dogmatic, but like I don't,
Okay.
my character doesn't know what a dogmatic is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are dogmatic, basically, but basically, how Obi-Wan was
Mhm,
basically, or something like they believe like that is what the teaching says, so that is what it needs to be followed, basically.
mhm,
She's more like upright student. I will say. I will have said somewhere else. Um, but yeah, basically she's a little how to say it. She yeah, she's like yeah, she's mm, yeah. I just don't know how to say the first sentence. The second, as I said, I can say it like that. That she's more not dogmatic, but basically like is trying to follow some beliefs. Um, just on what they say, and she's I won't say she's close to herself, but I can't really say that because she actually is close to herself right now due to circumstances. So I don't know what to say to describe the rest of her character. So I will leave it on that.
Yeah.
mhm.
So basically, yes, the other imposes and the other is more close to her, not dogma, but to her beliefs. Basically, I will say that.
Well, always have in mind that every person is different. So yes, what I know about the Jedi is that they are supposed to be some paragons of good and justice, as they call it. But I have seen otherwise. I'm not convinced that that's what they are there to.
Hmm.
Um, then again, I can't say that the two examples I've seen are the best that the other had to show for. I'm certain about that. But then again, let's say that I don't really know too much on the matter.
Okay. Thank you. Even if it wasn't that enlightening. Um.
Well, all I know is that they do actually have many interesting techniques in the teachings that they impart to their students. I mean, they're very ancient order, so they do some things right. I mean, but yes, the biggest problem, at least for me, is that they are not very, let's say, open to ideas and influences. They believe that negative things are to be forgotten and pushed away. They don't understand that by doing this, they're making the problem worse. It festers.
Hmm. I see. Interesting. So basically, you're saying they are like like there are people closed on their beliefs or something. Okay.
They, I knew a Jedi so-called master for almost a year. He believed himself impervious to what they call the dark side's influence. Apparently, he wasn't anything close to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I
And
believe that the problem was exactly that. He thought himself to be impervious.
uh, okay, you're saying about the dark side influence, like it's
Yeah,
about
the dark
other
side.
sides.
That's
What?
what. This is what the Jedi uh, cut. The Jedi pretty much are cutting the Force in half. They believe that there is a light side and a dark side.
Hmm.
As as far as I'm concerned, and most of the witches on my planet, um, this is not actually true. The Force is a tool, and it has a will most of the time, and it's up to you to decide how you will do things.
Hmm.
And if you do things by giving in to the darkness, as we say, you end up destroying yourself.
Hmm.
So
So the dark side is something that can be used, but
forget the dark side.
hmm.
Uh, Focus on your feelings. If you have negative feelings, well, this is a problem, pretty
Like,
much.
so you're saying like uh, Elena's master has negative feelings of, I don't know, conquering the world, becoming the top dogs, and thus, you know.
I don't know what exactly his problem is, but yeah.
I see. So, okay, I see what you're talking about. Yes, like, yeah, no, basically, care about your loved ones and don't, you know, try to give in on care on on negative emotions like hate. Okay.
Well, if you want my opinion, every feeling can become negative if you're not careful.
Hmm. Um,
It's
mhm.
not, let's say that it's not a bad thing, at least for me, to actually indulge in some negative feelings from time to time just to, you know, get some benefits, but it's utterly foolish to give in. As I
I see.
said, this always ends to your destruction.
I see. So basically, there's a line of it's too much, and that is um, very bad for the Jedi people, or at least they believed it was very bad.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they are wrong to believe that this is a dangerous thing, because it is.
Hmm.
But I get the feeling that they misinterpret some things.
Hmm.
They
And
are too detached for my taste.
and how do you discern, realize whichever word is better when it is like you're going too far.
Well, you should always think twice before you do something.
Think twice, okay. Maybe roll twice or something. Got it.
For example, if your first instinct tells you to do something,
If your first instinct rolls a zero because you have -1, don't do it.
it would be it would be a good idea to ask yourself if you should actually do that or not.
Say the first thing because I interrupted you for a
Yeah.
joke. If
If your instinct tells you to do something, you should also
ask
ask
yourself, okay,
yourself whether you should do
okay.
it or not.
Mm, I see. So basically, you're saying that all this thing is an inner struggle with no concrete answers.
Pretty much, yes. It comes down to personal beliefs and willpower.
Willpower. Okay. Let me write that on my min-maxing status. Okay. Here we go. Perfect, perfect. Um, okay, I see.
For
Thank you.
example,
Now
for
continue,
example,
continue.
let me give you a small example for you to understand what exactly I'm talking about. Let's say that one of your friends here does something very bad. uh, to you specifically.
Mhm.
He takes the holocron that you found and breaks it. He takes you the
Mhm.
lightsaber that you've got and breaks it, or he steals all of your treasures.
Mm.
That would be, pretty bad for you, right?
Mhm.
Perhaps you would get so angry as to instinctively attack him using your powers.
Well, I will certainly try to stop him.
Well, yes. This is a good example for you to apply the think twice rule.
Mm.
Your instinct will say just, you know, do something drastic. But this, doing something drastic, might end up very badly. And you might not actually want to do that.
And in that case, what do you do?
Well,
Learn more language first.
yes, so you can actually communicate. Uh, what I'm saying is you might not want to kill or harm someone, even if your instinct tells you that you should. Perhaps you should find another way to not make peace per se, but find the solution. Of
Mm.
course, there are many times where others are not going to do that, but that's talk for another time.
Mm. So basically, disarming him is an option in that case. You believe.
I'd say yes. For a person that you actually know them and you believe that you can perhaps come to a conclusion outside of fighting,
Hmm.
then perhaps finding a way to stop the fight or end it without, serious casualties or something like that might be preferable. At
Hmm.
the same time, some people are not going to give you this luxury, and some people do not deserve to be given this luxury.
Hmm. I see.
Okay, that's about it for now.
Yeah, I thank you, and I go my merry way.
God, and then goes into the cockpit and murders Max Timon.
Yes, I murder
Yeah.
Max time and Trika. So
And
that,
then we can
so that is what
we
you
are
meant.
trapped in space.
So that's what you meant, Mrs. Witch, right?
Yes, murder hobo has been created. We are now officially a party.
We are officially trapped in a horror movie.
Yes.
First, you take out the people that can move it. Then you take out the people that's cry. Then you take the people that's valiant enough to fight.
So, you arrive on Serpindal.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, it has the planet itself. Imagine it a huge ocean with
Mm-hmm.
how to say it.
Ocean with.
There, there's a big ocean littered with islands.
Okay.
There are no
Oh
big
no,
continents on this
we went
planet.
to the sequels.
No, yes, yes,
I moved.
we're in
Mhm.
Maskanata's place or whatever.
Mascanata's
I
place was a big planet, maybe not a forest with a cantina on it, in the middle of
I
nowhere.
moved to I moved to the system operator position and I begin to try to contact the planet to see where we can land.
Okay, make
What role?
use the computer.
Okay, give me a second. Oh wow, I roll horribly. A freaking four.
Well, Ketch is back on the right time, I think.
So we are crashing this ship.
Uh,
I wanted you to
yeah.
know.
What are we doing?
I'm trying to contact to see where we try to land the ship. I failed massively.
Well, not you. You did not actually fail, but
Yeah. Should I try to take it in?
yes.
Do I need
uh,
to?
okay. Do I need to reroll then?
If you take a 10, no, you don't have to reroll. You just
Okay.
take a 10.
If I can take it in, then I do it.
Yeah. Okay. So you managed to contact.
Mhm.
You managed to contact the planet, and you see that a lot of the huge islands on the planet have spaceports and are inhabited. So yeah, you have a lot of options.
Mhm.
Um, from what you from what you can discern, maybe a big cluster of inhabited islands would be better for you to find everything you need to continue your journey
Mhm.
and see what to do from now on.
Question: to because we might be short on money. I'm not sure how much we will need to, keep traveling and all that. So, where in case is there a place that we could also maybe make some money besides selling the cargo?
Well, yes, you could ask around, especially if you land in a cosmopolitan area.
Hmm. Okay, so do we go there or
Well, your choice.
I,
Do you
I-
want to
I'm
go?
asking the party. I'm not asking you. I'm asking
Okay.
the party.
Well,
I don't like to take unanimous
yeah.
decisions.
The question is this: if you go to a more remote area, you will be safer, maybe. Less people that see you, so less chances for you to be discovered uh,
Hmm.
and reported by spies to the
Yeah,
Empire
we are
Remnant.
we are still on the edge of
Yes,
the territory, so it's still
yeah.
dangerous.
It's not in Imperial territory, but it's pretty close.
Hmm.
Plus, you don't actually in-game know if this is,
If it
Imperial
hasn't
territory or not.
changed
Yeah.
and be taken by the empire, yeah. Hmm.
You, you're making an educated guess that it's far enough.
Hmm.
Perhaps it is safer.
Yeah.
And the other is that you go to a very populated area with, big cities and all that.
Hmm.
You'll have many opportunities to find pretty much anything you want, uh, including
Hmm.
a job to do and earn some money. But the chances of you getting discovered increase.
Okay.
Well, we need money,
Mhm. We
and we
also
can't
have
run
to.
far if we get caught
Yeah.
anyway. So
You
I
can
think the
al-
risk is okay.
you can always kill Jawain and take his money. He's been hoarding every penny from the beginning of the campaign.
I I only have enough to buy my new lightsaber and the mobs
I
when
bet you
I
use
reach
flank
level
rogue.
7.
Okay. Uh, so then we take the risk. Seeing how Jawain basically probably doesn't care. The witch, it's not here to discuss, and then it's also not to discuss. It's on me and and Ketch, so I probably will follow Ketch's lead if he thinks
Yeah, and I already laid
we
out my
should.
opinion on it.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm mainly at this point. I'm just on the edge, and I want to get as far as I can from Imperial territory. So if we have to take risks to try to get the money so we can get away farther away, sure.
Okay, time to prepare the usual works.
Yep.
Yes, you're just before the user start invading the planet because it's the edge.
Oh
And
god.
Cord, I
God
was already
damn it,
thinking of that.
Car. God damn
okay,
it.
so you're going to land in a big spaceport around a city or something.
Yep.
Okay,
So if we're carrying food, is it food common, food quality, or food exotic?
Mhm.
it's
What does
exotic.
Java flavored ice cream count as?
It's exotic.
Okay.
So we have Twi'lek pineapples. We have what
That
is
means you could actually sell some of it.
uh, but by the way, just to make it official, while we were traveling to here, Ketch and me were throwing names constantly until Ketch throws the Malcontent turtle and it at
No,
stake.
no. You know what happens is I get a little, frustrated and
Mhm,
angry as is normal,
mhm.
and you call me a malcontent, and we just go, end up thinking that's a good name for the ship.
And then because it looks like a turtle, we decided to name it the Malcontent turtle.
yeah.
There.
Yep.
Elaine's not crying anymore. She's just sat in her room quietly now.
Hmm.
So there's
All
that at
right.
least.
So we sat down in a spaceport.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I
yeah,
go to
you land on a
tell
spaceport.
Elena. Before going down, I go and tell everyone that we are there. So if they want to go down, that's the time.
Mm,
Mainly, to Elena to see if she wants to get out or not. For now, I'm not acting or trying to get make her get her shit together because I get it. It's something traumatic. She needs time.
I just
I
look at
did that because it was, I did what I did when in the forest because it was the heat of the moment. We were still in danger. Now I'm just letting her process everything.
I just look at you and go, I might need a little bit more time. Besides, we don't know how far out of Imperial space we are, so for now it might be a good idea to leave me on the ship. Keep you guys safe.
O- Okay, no problem. Just having in case something happens, the comlink close by.
I just nod.
and now that we're landed, we've got all the time in the
Mhm.
world. So can I take 20 on a check for investigating the hull for tracking
Uh,
devices?
I will help him. So
I'm just gonna
yeah,
we
take
roll.
20.
yeah.
Uh, I give you support just in case you get me a
You
All
can.
persuasion
right,
roll.
so with support, it'd be a 29.
Oh, it increases. Okay, no, then I leave it to you then.
Okay. So without support.
Without
Yeah,
support, it's a 27.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So
it's
Um,
okay.
basically, basically it's the same thing.
Okay.
Mhm,
Yeah.
I
No,
just wanted to make sure
mhm,
because I knew that
mhm.
I'd been distracted with doing the paint job, so I didn't do a good job looking.
it just your roll hasn't The roll hasn't turned up for me.
I didn't roll. I just took 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
you don't
When
find
we're in a controlled situation where I've got pretty much all the time in the world.
you
Okay.
don't find anything suspicious. You find a few places, mostly uh, um, on the bottom side of the ship, that has been hit by something heavy. Maybe you know,
Some lasers.
not so not lasers, not
Mhm.
so masterful landings, or
So,
Party.
so in
you
essence,
understand that. Yeah,
mhm.
there are a few dents from hitting on other stuff.
Hmm.
Could be something metallic, could be
Mhm.
a small meteor, perhaps. Not a meteor actually
Asteroid.
going on the ship.
So,
But yes.
so basically,
Could
we did the ship a favor by stealing
Mhm.
it.
could I do
Maybe.
a knowledge technology roll to see how if the damage could affect the ship
Uh,
negatively or
yeah, you don't have to. The damage
okay.
is almost non-existent. It's very minimal.
So it's
Just
basically
some dent.
super. It's basically
Mhm.
superficial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, so it's nothing to worry about the
All
ship
right.
blowing up.
Mhm.
And with the rest of the
Mhm.
people outside looking at
Mhm.
the ship, they can see that it's seems to have developed the
Mhm.
hot rod paint job on our flight over here.
I, I,
I
I
at,
no
haven't been
at
idea
seeing
out.
the
when that happened.
at seeing the hot rock, I look at him and said, "If a turtle on fire, wouldn't it have been bear some stripes?"
Eh, I like it.
Okay.
I can tell you that fire sells more. So
uh, so we obviously we will look at which and say we're going to go and look for to sell a bit of the cargo that we have here and look for more supplies and it's going to take us.
See if we
Okay.
can't find see if we
The
can't find a way to get some more money.
do you have any kind of plan in particular?
Um, I have a few ideas, yes, but we should discuss it after you actually have the supplies we need.
Very well. So I take it you are going to still traveling with us. Good to know.
Well, for the time being,
Yeah, of course. It's we don't know when we're going to part away, but it's good to know. It helps to keep the numbers of what we have to buy and all.
We should probably head to a McSkywalker's. They'll probably be willing to buy the ice cream. While
uh,
while we're there, do you want us to buy you any? Do you want us to buy you any a meal or something while we're there? Have something other than more Jawa flavored ice cream.
Neo just buys a comfort food meal pack for Elena without telling her.
so,
No, what would want that from Max Skywalker? I will look for something.
You want something
Max
classy for
Only
Skywalker,
one ticket.
Yeah,
Max
I get it.
Skywalker,
Neo wants to find somewhere classy to get Elena some comfort food.
Exactly. Why would I want for somewhere so cheap?
Kung Fu food. So, so the three of you are going to head out to start searching around to sell, buy slash find a job.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Though I
On
am
your way.
kind of serious about McSkywalker's as a source to sell the ice cream because it just lines up. They need to buy supplies. So
Yeah.
It's
um,
not
uh,
even real. God damn it.
I mean, if I have seen from Dark Times video, videos doing, job there actually pays on that event, you know.
God damn.
On, the,
God damn
on
it.
that on that event they done on Old Republic with a food chain.
You mean the one that I did with him?
Yes,
Well,
Culinarily
of course it
challenged.
pays off.
yes.
Well, all of a sudden we did see Darth Tyrant and my Switor character still alive in that kitchen going, "What do you want? You want some food?"
And one person of you all the time exits out because it's still bugs.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Luke Skywalker.
Max Skywalkering it. Okay. So
So we're selling stuff to McSkywalkers, but Neo is
or,
personally going
or,
out of his
or,
way.
or, or we could send it to Obi-Wan Chicken.
But then again, Neo's saying he's definitely going to go out of his way to find a very classy 5-star space Italian restaurant.
No, I'm looking for the equivalent of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
some
Oh yeah, you could get some good mac
serpendanking-
and cheese and mashed potatoes. You know, that's good comfort food.
some
I'm not
serp-
like I'm actually kind of serious there. Like I was thinking of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
yeah, some serpentaki fried chicken.
Yeah.
He goes.
Okay, so
Oh god,
um,
since I'm played by a British she's played by a British character. You go find a very very good British takeaway place called Place Window.
Okay, I can work with that. I can work with that. Sure, let's go with
place
that.
place window.
We got Place Fish and Chips.
You open the menu and you see, okay, what's the specialty of the house? Some motherfucking cheese. Okay.
Mm. You want some motherfucking chips? By the way, this stream is not for children.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's not.
I
So
am having the motherfucking fish with the motherfucking chips.
So
Uh,
as the three of you the three of you are getting ready to exit, the witch says, and try to be careful, you know.
Of
I look
course.
at her
Now,
and
do
say,
you want anything while you're at McSkywalker's?
Uh,
Ignore Kate's question.
yes.
Look at her. I look at her and said,
She,
"We
she's
always
she,
try. We don't. We always try to
she,
be careful."
she's the character. She will go there by themselves, and she will say, I'm the witch, and this is my favorite shop on all of the."
And this is my
Man.
favorite shop on Serpentine.
The Witcher shouts down at you. Yes, I'll take a hamburger.
Oh god damn
A
it!
mac with double cheese, please. Okay. Uh, with some Skywalker fries.
God damn
All
it!
right.
Uh,
Can I
Got
have
it.
some? Can I get some Chewburger sauce on that as well?
God damn
she also says to Jawain, if something bad happens, try to contact me.
No, the response.
And then finally, as you are making your way out of the ship,
Mhm.
she stops uh, Neo and says,
Yeah. Mhm.
"Is he still inside the room?"
Yes, she said she needs more time still
Good.
getting herself together.
Okay, figured as much. Right. Good luck out there.
Same here.
And then we never saw the ship again.
And
Okay.
then you never saw the ship again.
And then Elena gets kidnapped again.
And we lose the ship again.
I was searching for the perfect, come on, for the perfect sacrifice for King
Oh
Kong
god.
of Dathomir. What?
Oh god.
Uh, okay, so
Mhm,
as you guys
mhm,
set out, we
mhm,
can do two things now.
mhm.
Go
The
to
first,
McSkywalker's. Get some
the first
fries.
will
God damn
be
it.
the first, the one will be your visit to Max Skywalker and see what adventure awaits you there. And the second one is what is going to happen in the ship.
Uh,
So,
Before could you give us, a number about how much money we need for the fuel and the resources to, for the trip to getting outside of the closer to,
Hmm.
farther away from the edge of the imperial territory?
Yes. So
Mhm.
you will need about you will need about 900 to be set up,
Okay.
All right.
to be fully
Hmm.
set up.
900
Okay.
per or 900 in total?
Hmm?
900 per character or 900 in total?
Total.
Okay.
Total.
I mean,
Okay.
we can cover that, but it'd still be nice to have
Yeah.
some more money to
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay,
I
have
agree.
flexibility.
I will
I agree.
suggest,
Mhm.
I will suggest to play first the outside of the ship just to keep the
Yeah.
not the tension, to keep the more
Yeah.
interesting part for later, let's say.
Yeah.
Uh, and also, let's see if we can find a job to do to earn some money on the side.
Yeah.
That
I agree.
doesn't tell us to kill a rancor or
That doesn't involve a giant quest, which ends up with everyone constantly dying, and then after a lot of time, we finally have a victory.
Yes.
well, yeah, that. Okay, so yeah,
Hmm.
that. Let's
Yeah.
also try to do that.
Let's play first the outside of the ship, and then we go looking for someone to buy what we have and see if we can some way we can make more
Great.
money.
So the first thing, I want you to roll. I'm
Roll
always confused with it. The
okay.
investigation.
Investigation, no
Perception.
problem.
Perception.
Yeah.
Should
No,
it be
wait.
let's gather
Investigation
information?
shouldn't be gather information.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gather information.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yes.
That
I always can't remember the word.
that thing.
Yeah.
Frelisk has taught Neo well. He's looked for neon signs and found them.
Fred, Fred
Nice,
is
nice. That's a nat 20 because I have an 8 bonus on deception.
oh,
Sorry, gather information.
okay.
So that's
Fre-
a nat
you,
20.
you hear Frelisk's voice in your head. Look for
Mhm.
the neon signs.
I remember the
So
Felix advice, and thanks to that, immediately found something.
you're looking for a place to sell what food you still have.
You find a
Yes.
massive McSkywalker's.
Uh, you're searching to find some shops to get supplies.
Yes.
Also, you could perhaps.
And some kind of side
Well, actually,
jobs.
no. It is the
Mhm.
same thing now that I think of
Okay.
it. Um,
Okay.
and then you'll need to find a few shops to buy the supplies you need to continue your journey.
Yes. Hmm.
And finally, you want something akin to a job that you can do.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
And you can find all of this at Mick Skywalker's.
You can find
God damn it!
you can find all of this.
I am a mechanic. The only thing that I will find in Max Skywalker's is where to get rid of this
You
cargo,
can find
not to
all
free, not the supplies or
you
the
get rid of the
fucking
supply.
job.
You get rid of the cargo Skywalkers. You get a job at the Jolly Ranchers building society for second-hand speeders, and you get some supplies and some extra food, helpful comfort food for Anna because you want to be nice to her from Place Window. All set in motion.
God damn it. Uh, uh,
for some reason I really like place window.
I do too. It's
So,
the only one of all the made up names we need that I really like.
British player, a famous British takeaways fish and chips.
Yeah.
Another name for fish is place window. It lines up.
Hmm. Yep.
So, um, you find a lot of shops
Hmm.
that you can buy your supplies. You can also haggle the
Okay.
price for
Wait,
that.
can I
Good.
suggest we buy Yoda?
We buy Yoda.
You want to buy a yoga Yoda? Did
Yes,
I hear that correctly?
yes.
Oh no.
Dad.
Downward dog you do.
Wait, that will be an ice cream place. God damn it.
An ice cream place.
Nice cream, please.
Yeah,
And
because
Cone fist plow cone.
the yoga of
Plow
yogurt,
cones. Plow
yogurt,
cones.
Yoda from Yoda.
you also find a lot of shops to sell what food you have.
We go to plow cones, get some nice ice cream.
Uh, uh, and those places to sell the cargo. Could I try to also negotiate to get a better price?
Yes, you can haggle
Okay.
for both occasions.
Okay. How much would it be the cargo that we have?
Let me check.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Also, to showcase our friendship, we need to buy space salt ice cream.
so,
Why do you
God
have?
damn it! I got it immediately.
Yeah, I know you will
The
get it.
worst part is
so
that today I was having lunch and I was thinking about that because the pizza that we ended up cooking here pizza and the pizza that we have was it's strangely it's strangely sweet but also
Sweaty.
no yeah sweet so it was like it's salty but it's sweet.
Like I know you Max time will get it. What I'm referring to,
Mhm.
I'm like I wasn't expecting Mish to laugh. Like it has to do with
Uh,
Kingdom Hearts. You know the lore pretty
yeah.
well.
All of a sudden,
Uh,
Anakin Skywalker's Force Ghost turns up in front of the party. We see Elena not wanting any cheese on her burger, and Anakin
Yeah.
just shouts, "You turned her against Bree!" She
Oh
wanted mozzarella. Well,
god.
she wanted mozzarella on a burger.
so the cargo you have
Mhm.
corresponds approximately to 420 credits, let's say,
Okay. Okay.
and you can haggle for a better price, maybe or not.
I mean, that's gonna be Neo's
Mm.
Neo's job. He's the one
Yeah.
who looks good.
By the way, did we also find something regarding the job?
Look at my
Mm,
that
Ewok.
that later.
yes, yes, you do find something, but
Okay.
let's first finish with
Yeah.
buying and selling stuff.
Yeah.
Look.
So I go to the first to sell the cargo that we have.
Okay, so
Mhm,
just for you to know what to do,
mhm,
you roll two different persuasion checks, one for selling,
mhm.
one for buying, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, I roll for selling perception. Sorry, the
Persuasion.
persuasion. Yeah. Give me a second. I'm not sure I pressed it correctly. Okay. And for selling, it
Oh.
works.
Mm. Yes, you actually
Mm,
managed to persuade them that
mm,
your cargo is your food is very
mm,
luxurious and exotic and very
I
good
mean,
quality and all that. And
it's made out of
psychology,
very good Jawas.
yes.
mm.
The highest quality synthetic Jawas that credits can buy.
We didn't use just ordinary jars. We used the high luxury, highly flavoursome royal Jawas.
I say all of that, and this side I'm looking at kids, hoping that he doesn't translate anything of this while trying to buy it to sell it to the guy to the seller to the buyer.
And yes,
Give me a.
you managed to persuade them, and
Mhm.
they are willing to buy your food for the price of 490.
Ooh. Okay. So taking that, and after they have all the products, I go to buy the supplies.
Yes.
I'm rolling again persuasion.
Oh,
Damn it! I failed massively.
well, yes, there will be no
Yeah.
no sales,
Well, it doesn't matter. So from
no
the
friendly prices.
yeah, so for the 490, I take the money necessary for that,
Yes. Well,
and I play this person.
you could just the money that you actually
Yeah.
uh, took from selling your cargo, you can just, you know, give it to them now and
Hmm. Yeah.
just put the rest of the amount.
Okay. How much it is the that I will have to add?
Hmm?
How much it is that I will have to add from the
Oh,
money that I got from the cargo?
oh, okay. You need 410 credits.
Okay, and don't we have 490 from
Yes, that's
the
what I'm
cargo?
saying. You already have for 90
Yeah,
and you need for
that was my idea. I use the money of the cargo to
yeah.
take from there, and then the rest divided
Yep. Yep.
for the crew, at least a little
Yeah.
that's left. So that will be how much for each of us of the crew
Oh,
after we divided.
for each one of you.
Uh,
You need
I mean, no. I mean, I use the money from the supplies to pay from the cargo to pay the supplies, and after that, the what's left of the money that we used to buy the supplies, I divided by the four of the crew, even if
okay.
it is much.
Wait, you mean you're not giving it to the main character?
So
Hmm.
Why should I?
that means that each of you has to pay
No. I
102.5 more credits.
no. I use the money of the money of the
The,
cargo. Doesn't that cover all the supplies?
Yes. No, it doesn't.
Oh,
That's what I'm
okay.
telling you.
Then I add how much do I have to add?
You
That's
need
why.
410 credits additionally,
Okay.
which
Yeah, that
means which
I
means
am.
that this is 102.5 credits each.
I add it all. I have it here. All I add that from my credits.
Okay.
It's food for everyone. I really have no problem putting money there.
All right. So the supplies are taken care of.
Okay. Obviously, we take them back to a ship, and then we go for the information regarding the job.
Well, yes, and the information about the job. Um,
Hmm.
Two things actually. One thing
Okay.
is a gather mission. There are few rare ingredients in a nearby island, and
Okay.
a few people pay good money for people to retrieve them.
How much money?
Yeah.
How much money? Well,
Yeah.
these things are something akin to pearls, but not actually
Mhm.
pearls. That some aquatic organisms, have in their cells. Uh,
Okay.
they are not pearls. I'm saying that they are pearls just
Yeah.
for you to
Yeah.
understand what I mean. Yeah,
How they work.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that. But food.
Fortunately, they live near coastlines, so you don't
Hmm.
have to dive deep
Okay.
or And the bad thing is that they're a bit big, they're a bit strange to get around, and they have a very poisonous sting inside their
Okay.
cell. Inside their cell. So if someone gets stung by
Okay.
them, this will be
I wouldn't have a problem because Twilights have natural resistance to toxins and illness, so probably I will be able to push that down. Okay.
that
Can
is
we buy another medical joint before going?
yes,
Just asking.
And
you
wait,
could.
and the other job.
And the other job is for you to, let's say, um, it's a bit more on the shady stuff. Let's say,
Which one will pay better?
The shady one.
the
Yeah,
shady
I,
one probably will have a better payment. The other one
I
will be
imagine, but I want to have an idea of how much the
yeah. The other
legal
one
one.
is for every cell that you actually collect, it's 50 credits.
50
Have an,
credits for each cell with poisonous
yeah.
uh, thing.
Yeah, no. The moment I hear that, I know I have natural resistance, but my crew, I don't know about my crew, so I just think, no, I'm not going to risk them to something like that.
Except if they have
Anyway,
like one health, there's no way.
hmm.
Well, thing is, you don't even have to kill them. They're not going anywhere.
Hmm.
The only problem is that if you want to collect,
Do a good amount of money.
if you want to collect the ooze that they produce, which is the thing that they want,
Yeah.
um, you'll risk getting stung by them.
Important question. Are they considered light objects?
No.
I tried.
Yeah, I imagine the moment you say that. Yeah.
They are not small objects. They are large objects.
Uh,
But
obviously,
yes,
I have some my opinion. I could do it, but I don't think I will be able to gather enough to make it worth it because
okay.
I have that. Well, I have natural resistance to toxins and illness. I don't know if the rest of the crew does, and if it's just me, it will depend on how long it takes to get that sustains, and it could take a while
Hmm.
just for very few credits.
Okay. And the other job is for you to go and make.
Uh, no, no. Just before on, I just have my opinion. I want to know if the rest of the crew agrees with that or not.
I'd rather wait to hear what the other job is before I make any
Yeah.
decisions.
Okay.
Okay.
And the other job is for you to find a particular guy that has forgone his debts, um, but he's considered a bit dangerous, so
Mm,
they are not very comfortable with going and saying, give us the money that you owe us.
yeah. Yeah. Debt collection. I imagine the moment you
Also,
mentioned.
from what you gather, this guy is not he's not being hunted by authorities or anything, but it's well known, at least in the city you are, that he's not a very good guy.
Question.
He's not a big fish or anything, but
Question. Could this is out of character because we obviously wouldn't ask this to the
yeah.
person. Could this get us in trouble with the police force or whatever that rules here?
That's what I'm saying. They're not hunting him. The authorities do
Okay.
not hunt him. So
Okay. So even if we make a lot of trouble, the authorities will keep away. Okay.
mm, most likely.
Most likely. Okay. So there's a chance.
Yeah, I mean, if you go down burning buildings,
We're not going to go down many buildings, but I mean,
Well,
if
we're
we make
not,
some
but
kind of
Cloud might.
what I mean is, if we end up getting a battle or something and destroying a few stuff, that's what I mean. If we will end up having the attention of the authorities or not building, burning buildings and making, make and just maybe some stuff gets bit damaged in a probable fight.
well, a few minor,
Mm,
a few minor damages here and there, probably they won't bother. But
okay.
imagine a street fight.
Hmm. Yeah.
If a car gets destroyed, well, okay, the same. No one's going to care too
Yeah.
much.
Hmm.
But if the shop down the street gets
Blows
destroyed in the
up.
process,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
will be
Yeah.
a problem.
No, no, yeah. I don't mean destroying a freaking shop. I mean more like uh, maybe a scar shot hits this thing or a window.
Well,
That's what I mean.
yeah, a broken window or some, small item being getting destroyed, unless it's a ceremonial urn holding the ashes of their ancestors or something, then yes.
Okay. What do you guys say?
Mm.
Uh,
Is everyone there?
guys. Yeah.
Um, sorry, I haven't had much to do for a while, so I kind of ended up zoning out. Um, I'm pretty fine with whatever.
Likewise.
Okay, so we're doing the legal job.
You want to go for the debt collection? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Debt collectors, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Queuing
Now, see,
We're sending you
my little Ewok
after Prince
head
Nigel
here.
Jr.
Catch Junior.
We're gonna need some black suits, some darkened sunglasses.
But if I come
and
with you, we're
some
no longer the men in black, we're the men and woman in black.
and some GTA soundtrack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so do we have to roleplay anything or?
I don't know if you want to roleplay anything.
I mean, mainly
With
for the thing,
you.
of getting the information for this guy, and
Yeah.
uh,
If you want to, yes,
it's
I
not
could give you
necessary.
more. It's not that necessary. No, it's
Yeah,
literally a side job. So
yeah,
It's a side quest. Who cares?
It's not even a side quest. It's just a mini game.
yeah. uh, Question: Is Selena going to come or not? The witch. I think the witch wouldn't be interested, but
Elena will come if you need her to.
okay. Well,
well,
it mm, doesn't
yeah.
seem like it's going to be that big of a deal. We already have a Jedi, so
If you feel that
We,
the three of you can take it alone, that she won't come. But
mhm,
if you say specifically that you might need her help, she will come. That's all I'm saying.
mhm,
hmm. Meanwhile, as you three were out um,
mhm,
selling, buying, and
mhm. Finding a job.
collecting debt, I, gu-
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
Back in the ship, Elena is. Uh, I don't know what exactly she's doing in there. I
Meditating
mean,
right now, I think.
okay.
Mhm.
She hears a knock on the door.
Yes.
It's a me, Mario.
No, after that we hear you scream and Sakura this cat is como Mario, and she hears the announcer of Smash saying, "Game over."
She hears a knock on the door going, "Who's there?"
Uh,
The chicken.
that's, that's you hear the witch's voice. It says, "Can I come in?"
Yeah, enter.
Okay, she enters.
I was about to. I thought, damn it, I had another joke. Someone knocked on the door. Someone knocks on the door going, "Pizza delivery."
She
Uh,
enters. She checks inside the room and says, "Huh, okay, it's the same like the others. I won't have to." I thought it was a better one, and then she leaves. No.
she's just looking for the
I just say
bare
as she
room.
leaves, what do you expect? It's a freaking crew quarter.
So she
She
goes
was
to.
hoping to find
All
Captain
that's different is that I'm nearer to
Quarter.
the toilet so I can throw up when I need to.
Okay, so she enters and goes to the opposite, to the bed opposite of yours, and that sits there. And
I
she's, you can see her looking at you for a few moments.
I don't open my eyes. I stay in a meditative pose and I just wait for it to speak.
So you haven't exited this room from the moment we left, I think.
I left the room once, but that's about it. I only leave when I need to.
Yeah. Well, I think I get how you feel. I mean, Obviously, you feel betrayed by your master and everything that has happened. Frustrated that this whole situation has spiraled so much. But the worst thing is that something inside you persists telling you that it's you that's responsible for all of that. The worst thing is that you are blaming yourself. Am I wrong?
No, I mean, part of me does feel guilty there. I mean, I don't know. Just a part of me feels like if I hadn't have brought my master to Dantooine, none of that would have happened. I don't know. Sounds stupid.
Yes. But these stupid things, as you say, are can get pretty dangerous and powerful sometimes.
I nod. I finally open my eyes and just look at the witch.
So I was thinking that maybe a little story would not make you feel better per se, but show you that bad things happen.
I mean, spending my whole life being hunted for who I am is kind of a bad thing anyway, but I'm willing to hear a story.
Okay. So there was a little planet, or rather a rock, let's say, a barren rock that every creature with a functional brain has left.
There was a house in New Orleans.
Yeah.
God damn it.
There were very few settlements and even fewer people among them. Yes, exactly, Pika.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
This is the background to setting up all of that to go
All
for
of a sudden, we just get
right
all of a
there.
sudden in the middle of the floor where they're sitting. Elena, hollow projector comes on and just shows a hollow
A
image of this
project.
of the Coruscant opera scene from Revenge of the Sith.
Yes.
God.
Mon Calamari opera.
Yep.
Oh God.
Oh, the exact same music from that scene plays in this scene. I think this is what Chris is going for.
Oh God.
and and suddenly an old man appears and says, "Ah, my boy,
I'm a
Oh
female.
you
God.
finally arrived." Levi. And then he turns to his other friend and says, "Levi." Okay, I'm sure that I can trust this guy with my life.
All of a sudden, he just turns ironic. He can save others from death, but not himself.
He can save others from death, but not this noodle.
All of a sudden, and he just turns his head in a way that no other human person who can ever turn their head. He's looked so suspicious, yet it just doesn't. It still doesn't click. Ah, Not
Oh
from,
no,
not from a space guru.
not not from space yoga classes.
Can I taste this ingredient? Not in normal restaurants.
So, um, so this little planet had nothing, just some ash. Very few inhabitants, as I said. Two of them, a couple, had one of the very few places to stay for travelers there. he also had a small kid, a daughter. They never particularly liked their child. They were always very, um, let's say, dismissive of her. And the girl always thought that it was somehow her fault, that it was her problem that her parents didn't actually want her. She tried to have some friends, but every time she tried, her parents would scare the other children away, talk to their parents and say that she was not worth of anything, and they would let the girl. So as the girl was always alone, she, as you understand, wanted to talk to someone other than their parents that they didn't even listen to her. So one day she found one of the big um, species of how to say it. Let's call it a scarab or a beetle. Uh, let's say that there were pests and they were, causing trouble. Their mandibles were strong enough to destroy cables and such, so they were seen as particularly not dangerous, but frustrating vermin. And the girl started talking to a beetle that was standing next to her one day. The beetle didn't leave. It actually stopped there and just stood there for hours upon hours listening to the girl. Somehow she had a notion that the scarab could understand her. Anyway, this continued for many days afterward. Every day, the same time, this particular beetle would be in this particular spot, and the girl would resume the conversation. So one day she actually decided to take her new friend, her only friend, home. She took the beetle and entered the house. When her mother saw the beetle,
And then they made a band.
the first the first thing she did was to throw it out of her hand, of the girl's hand, and squash it. Needless to say that the girl's reaction was, let's say, hyperbolic, um, hysterical even, and without getting to too much details, from that day onwards, her parents start calling her not with her actual name, but with the name of the thing that she brought into the house, claiming that it was a friend or person or anything. That was the first name I ever remember. I can't actually say that I had the name before that. Maybe I had, but well, my parents didn't actually care too much, so maybe I had another nickname back then. So the first name I remember was actually Bug. A few years passed, and the traveler came to our little town. It was an old, strange woman with some strange symbols on her skin, and she stayed to my parents' inn. Said that she was searching for her daughter there. I eavesdropped and heard that she was trying to find an old military post that could have some indications as to where her daughter might be. And the thing was that I actually knew where this old outpost was. I don't know why, but I told the old woman, well, in secret from my parents, of course, that I knew where this outpost was and that I could lead her to it. And that I did. And I also helped her to find the terminals and try and, you know, find every information that she could. And when we were successful in this, she turned back after she thoroughly searched every database. I still remember this glance she had very, very vividly. It was as she was not devastated, but resigned. And she just said to me, "It seems that my search has come to an end. I'm tired now and I think it's time for me to get home." So we headed back without saying a word. And she started packing her things. She went outside, and for another reason that I can't say why, I just went outside and I asked her to take her with her, to take me with her. Uh, she said no, and I started begging. And after I don't know how much begging it took, she just stopped moving and turned around and told me, "Okay, I will take you with me, but you must know that where we're going is not a pleasant place. It's not going to be easy." I said I don't care. Anywhere would be better than this miserable rock. And so I left with her. As it turns out, she was a witch from Dathomir, and she didn't belong to any clan because, as you might have learned, or perhaps I said it myself at some point, there are a lot of clans in Dathomir. But this particular witch was clanless, and yet she was very respected and revered by all clans. Her name was Falta, and from one point onwards, I saw her as my real mother because my biological one never seemed to care about me at all. In fact, I believe the only reason that they kept me around was to find someone wealthy enough and strange enough to buy me as a slave, or I don't know. Well, now I understand that my parents were a little bit uh, scared of me because I had shown some signs you know, of my powers beforehand. Of course, as a child, I could not understand what that meant. And I've spent almost my entire childhood thinking that I was doing something wrong, thinking that I was completely worthless and a small bag to be squashed. And then I understood that this was not actually the case. Maybe it's not the case with you as well. Maybe it's not your fault that everything happened. Maybe what happened was for some particular reason that you cannot see right now. Maybe the end of this road will lead to somewhere good. And you see that she stopped saying the story and she's looking at you.
I just nod understandingly. I just say, perhaps you're right. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes. Well, I think that. And you see her standing up, going in front of you, and extending her hand. Um, my real name, well, the name that my foster mother gave me and I to myself at some point, is Ilva. It's nice to meet you.
I take her hand and shake it. It's good to finally know who I'm traveling with. Uh, my full name is Elena Satrika, but I, people just call me Anna for short because it's it's what I'm used to.
Yeah. Well, I do have uh, the equivalent of a surname, if you like. Uh, it's Van Sat. It means clanless, and this is the title that I inherited after Falda, died. As I said, when I first met her, she was already old.
Yeah, my surname is Hawk because I never knew why. My master told me once that from what
He was playing a game.
from what I heard, my parents actually told him a story of a for some reason my lineage descended from an a winged predator that used to live on Dantooine, which very rare nowadays. So, but I wouldn't presume to know the story. I
Okay,
just
can you hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you.
Mhm.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Discord start bugging out for some reason.
Do you need me
I
to?
lost
No
everything
problem.
you said in the
It happens.
last
Okay,
few seconds. I don't know if you said anything.
I just basically said that Elena explained that her, from what her master told her, her family's lineage came from was famously from a Dantooine predator that is more rare nowadays, but she wouldn't presume to know the story.
Okay. Yes. So when I was still a child, well, not a very small child, but a child nonetheless, we had a visitor on Dathomir, a visitor that I already told you about. He was a
Master,
Jedi Master, yes.
yes, Master Malikos.
And that was my first contact with Force users outside the witches, and particularly with the Jedi. He we were the first to find him when he crash landed, and he stayed uh, near Falta's hut for almost a year at first, and he was quite interested about us, about the planet itself. Uh, you know, and he actually took upon himself to teach me how to use a lightsaber and told me a few things about the Jedi beliefs and all that. But I also saw that he was arguing in secret with Falta many times. Later, I discovered that he was asking her to teach him some of our magic, and she always declined him. When Falta died, Malcos visited me in the guise of him coming to pay respects to Falta, but the real reason was that he now knew that maybe I would be more pliable in telling him what he wanted to know. And I understood why Falta always rejected him. One look at him was enough for me to tell me that he was completely self-absorbed at this point. He didn't care of using whatever power we have or whatever teachings we have for anything beneficial, even to him. And so I rejected him myself. Then he left, and I haven't seen him since until one day I heard a desperate cry for help. I managed to find the place that it originated from, and as I was certain that it would happen, I found him entombed inside the very old temple in Dathom. He was dead, of course. I reburied him with a more ceremonial from how he ended up there, I'm sure. And of course, I took the sabers because he wouldn't be needing them anymore. So, that's the story about the Jedi Master that visited Dathomir.
Yeah.
The, w- the reason that I told you, because your master is going to have the same end. You
I, d-
understand that, right?
I nod understandingly. 'Tis the way of the dark side after all.
Yeah, you say that very often. I mean, the Jedi. Anyway, I hope that uh, you'll be back on your feet because these guys are gonna need you.
I nod understandingly. Well, I may not be qualified to actually t- save him if anything were to befall it, but all I can do is try.
Well, that's good enough. It's a start. If you want to take some more time, by all means. But yes, I think that speaking about things is very important.
It is. And I've come to learn in my travels that maybe the Jedi were not so perfect as I was told they were. Maybe there was some distinct flaw which caused them to fall as they did. I believe that they can be rebuilt, but they would need to change in order to survive in the new climate.
To tell you the truth, I don't know about stuff, and I don't actually care too much.
I just,
So yes,
I just give her a sly smile. I figured.
she smiles back and with a small, not laugh, but a
Chuckle.
small ha. Yeah, and says, yeah. Anyway, if you want to learn new stuff, I'm here.
I nod and I say back to her, if there's anything about the Jedi teachings or any any other Jedi lightsaber techniques that Malachus never taught you, I might not be able to help much, but I can help teach you what I can. As I said before, we can learn from each other.
Appreciated. Also, one last thing. I've heard about this Sith as well. As far as I'm concerned, they are to blame for what happened to the clan of the Night Sisters. And Falt actually had a pretty good relationship with them. I mean, her daughter was one of them. The one she was looking for and never found at the end.
I cut my eyebrow at that information. Not as in not as in wary, but more out of curiosity.
Anyways, um, that would be for now. Um, yes. So she goes to the door, stays a little bit, and says, "You know what the best thing is for someone? You know what the best quality for someone to talk to is?
I look at her. I don't say anything. I just wait for her to answer.
When they listen and don't judge. At
I
least not, um, you know,
I
not
just
on the spot."
I just give her give her a nod and go. I guess that was what one of the failings of the Jedi were. They were too quick to judge.
I don't know about that. I guess you would be more knowledgeable on this.
No, not so much. By the time I was made a part, by the time I started my training, the order was already gone.
Yeah, that. But if I've learned anything, is that little creatures like bugs and animals are actually better listeners than most people.
We could be agreed on that.
Okay. Have a nice day, I guess.
Maybe we'll talk again. We'll see.
And she exits.
I actually sit back down. I'm not. I'm actually sitting down thinking about what the witch said. I have. I'm basically at peace with what's happened now, and I just think about. I don't think about what happened in the past and what my past relationships were. I actually end up starting about thinking about in the moment and what's best for my future.
Oh god. She's going to take the holocron, build it, and become Darth.
And build a new empire.
I am now Darth female.
Yes. Also, that's the backstory of the witch is the backstory of the character known as Bug, and it's a side story from the Clone Wars actually.
Oh, so
That
Cool.
takes place after the destruction of the Night Sister.
Could you do us a favor, Miss, and write down the name of that character in the our Discord chat so we don't forget it by accident.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Her actual name as well as Bug.
Yeah, because I keep thinking of her witch and you say her name, the name that she has now, and it's yeah. I know hasn't tell us the Unia, so she can use it, but it's good, to
Good.
know.
It's also good to keep track because whether we do it this session or next session, I would probably would actually now start calling the witch on in front of the even in front of the crew by her actual name rather than
Okay.
just the witch.
Oh God.
Or like I tend to refer to her just as she, her, exactly,
Yeah,
or you.
yeah. Plus, Elena is basically she's learned a bit more respect for the witch, just like the witch is starting to talk to her as equal again.
Hmm.
She at least recognizes that Elena is probably the more sensible member of the crew.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but
Well, yeah. All right, sensible one, Kenobi.
Okay. So, well, the witch Elena was having that. What happened with the debt collection? Did it went
yeah.
Meanwhile,
well? Did you roll anything
Meanwhile,
just to
meanwhile,
on the side quest?
the crew comes back
right.
with
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Mhm.
after the main plot has been pushed forward, we go back to the side quest.
We go to the side quest. They are in prison. God damn it! I told you you should inquire to that so to that so close to that store, kids.
basically, basically, after we go back to the party after we basically quote unquote have the thesis conversation from KOTOR 2. Basically, Elena's basically our version of Thesis at this point.
Oh God.
Just don't forget, she's the main character.
That's what I mean. The witch is the main
Jeez.
character. I'm Thesis. We just had the Thesis conversation.
Oh God.
Okay, so you come back with all the supplies and
How much money to each of us?
To your
with the
surprise, I'm
knowledge.
actually out of the room and I'm coming over to the ramp to help you guys load out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the things where 11 and 13 are like literal like lifts to bring stuff onto
Yeah.
the ship. So
Yes,
Exactly. So we don't have a problem in terms of
we roll it
loading stuff.
onto the lift and then we raise the
yes,
lift.
exactly.
Exactly.
No, I just come to I just come to
So
the
mhm,
inside to help you put the crates in the cargo.
okay.
Uh,
So
I mean, it's the first time you see me
uh,
outside my room, so that's a friggin' miracle.
yeah, we're not going to say anything to not call attention to that because it should be normal.
Yeah.
It should be
Uh,
normal, but it isn't.
so Mears, how much money does everyone earn from our little debt collection?
So, from the debt collection, you have received each one of you, okay? Let
Hmm.
me see. You have received 160 credits each.
Oh my god, I've actually got money. I've actually got money. I finally got money.
I'm beginning to wondering if I shouldn't just say, "Look, guys, let me do uh, the dangerous clam thing to me.
And
You
I
guys do on
want
the
you
other."
and I want you to roll the three of you to roll a gather information check.
Okay. A
Or
second.
not a gather information. A perception.
Uh, Perception. Oh, now you're making me fear.
Yeah. Nervous.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm
No,
gonna
no
earn a
god.
force point on this just because I'm so close to 20. I'd rather.
Hmm.
Alright, so I'm at 24.
Okay, so
100 and how
Sketch's
much it
Cloud
was?
and
Sketch's first point is the same number with the full roll of of Near.
yeah. And Cloud,
Yep.
your roll.
Oh,
Cloud.
Cloud is dead.
What a shock.
He
That was the
probably just left without saying anything.
that was the I guess that was the roll actually. We were trying to perceive if Cloud was still here.
Cloud is dead. Long live
Here, I'll just roll for him.
Long live the Cloud District.
Cloud. This
There's two Joanes now.
to Joanne.
Dun dun dun. Alright.
Dun, dun.
Perception. And submit. Go.
Oh my god. Okay. So you actually find a few papers and some data pads and stuff that the guy had with him.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
they have some bit concerning things on them. It seems
Oh.
that he was aware of some underground dealings that a few crime cartels had in the vicinity, and they seem a little bit concerned themselves. I mean, the crime cartels, because
Mm.
some guy ex-imperial, it seems, is causing too much trouble.
Okay.
And they're saying that even other imperial functions are wary of him. To be more specific, even other imperials are trying to stay clear, are
Okay.
not trying to openly challenge him.
Is there any information on where he's moving?
It's not in the area that you are now.
To the earth where
Nor
this
the
path
area that
will lead.
you came from.
Is
No,
he in the
no, no.
area where
No,
Frelis
we came
currently
from
is?
the area we are going right now.
No,
The path that we are taking to get out. Okay.
no, you don't get this.
Mhm.
Pretty much, from what you gather, he
Mhm.
doesn't seem to be here.
Okay.
Is he in the Mandalorian's place where Frelis is right now?
Who knows?
So we don't know exactly where he is, but we know that on the path that we are following, we are not going to find him.
Well, not necessarily. But it's
That's what I meant. If we're following the space map, could we end up close to at least some of the sightings that we have?
excuse
Because
me.
we
Go
are
again.
here, if I'm not wrong.
Here.
We're in the space smile.
Yeah, no, I was putting catch where we were. I was going to move here and
Yeah,
no,
you're
wait, move.
here.
Yeah, we're here. So around here, the
No.
this
It's
space path that we're following.
he's not
Is
in
there
this
any
area. He's
information
not
of?
in
Mhm. Okay.
information. It's more of free space there, but
Mhm.
still they
No, no,
are
no. I mean any sightings regarding him.
no.
Okay, just to know. Hmm.
Pretty much it's
Hmm.
it's second-hand information
Yeah.
that he got somehow.
Mm.
That's pretty much it. And from the looks of it, from other guys that were doing dealings for crime
Hmm.
syndicates around the area.
Okay. Uh, Seeing as how it doesn't look like it's going to be around us, I don't see the reason to why mention this to either the witch or Elena. It would be just adding something that wouldn't have a lot of weight there, and they would just look at me at least like, why am I
Yes,
telling them
uh,
this?
pretty much the thing that
Hmm.
the important thing is that you know for a fact that there is another
Possible
ex-imperial
faction. Mhm.
faction that is
Moving around. Mhm.
moving around. Is it against the others? Maybe, since they say they
Mhm.
steer clear. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay. Well, when we finish setting everything up, I prepare to go to the co-pilot station to have Catch to keep moving forward. Unless Catch wants to, if someone wants to make some kind of reunion to make some kind of other plan other than keep moving on this path, getting away from the Imperials.
No, I'm fine.
Hmm.
Continuing on our way. Oh,
wait.
and
Jelaine,
I
Elena.
hand Bug her Mick Skywalker's order. It's a little cold because we took a detour.
It's a little cold.
Oh, God damn it. Uh,
I ordered big fries, not medium.
No, you ordered a Mick Skywalker's fries. They don't have sizes.
Damn it.
They're all Jawa friendly sizes.
Mm.
Okay, so you ready to go? I guess.
Eunice, someone wants to make some kind of reunion to set certain plan or something like that. Yeah, we're moving to
Reunion.
the next planet.
Reunion.
Reunion.
Well,
Reunion.
now
Reunion.
it's a good point for to try and pinpoint where you're actually heading.
I'm just gonna.
Through this path away from the Imperials right now to the area that appears to, what was the purple one that was drawing the map, that area? For now, that's the only path we have. Yeah, that's the only path we have right now. After we get a bit farther from the Empire, we can try to decide where we go exactly when we get more options around. I think here will be a good point
Mhm.
to try to decide.
Mm-hmm.
Or here, I don't know, somewhere where we can, trying to decide anywhere to go, except who knows, maybe we'll see Frelisk again in
Maybe we'll see Frelisk again in the special cameo episode.
Mandalore.
yeah.
Meanwhile in Mandalore episode.
We.
Well, actually, I have something for
Mhm.
Prelisk.
Okay.
I mean,
Ooh.
he does know a few things now.
Hmm.
Mm. uh
If you remember the last
but but
conversation
but
we had.
Yeah.
by the way, this is something else I think we should agree or not. If on any of these planets there is any kind of jobs to try to make more money, or not?
Uh.
You were cutting in
Mm.
and out, so no.
Okay. On the planets that I marked while I was tagging, should we try to see if there is any kind of job to make money on those planets?
Well,
on
yes.
I ask everyone's opinions because in my opinion, yeah, I think we should stop and try to make as much money as we can because right now we are short on money and we could use a medical droid, a speeder to move faster through planets, etc.
I wouldn't be against that.
Pick a cloud.
I'm
Yeah,
fine with
sure.
that.
Oh my god, he
Oh,
speaks!
Cloud is
Cloud's
back.
back.
He speaks!
Cloud is alive! It's alive!
Cloud is alive!
It's alive.
And now he's gone quiet again.
Yeah. Uh,
He's phasing in and out of existence.
Yeah, I can do that.
He's fading in and
uh,
out like Kathleen Kennedy. Oh my god.
All right, so
Mhm.
it's
So, sorry, we that decided what you were saying about relics.
Oh yes. Frelisk actually knows.
I know about these things called kyber crystals.
Yes. And you have a few options as
Okay,
Frelisk right
okay.
now.
Mhm.
One of these options is to try and contact the rest of the group because you know for a fact that they have lightsaber and such. So maybe they could have some knowledge.
This person is important. I wonder why.
No,
He
this
doesn't know
person,
about this
this
one.
person, this
This
person,
one.
I don't know if he's important, but this thing he's holding.
Hey, Frederick is coming back thanks to.
Plot.
Yeah.
A plot armor. So
Basically,
yeah,
basically Fresk is the guy that Riss is using to advance the plot.
Frelisk.
Okay.
Everything can be used to dance the.
¿Cómo? Sí, lo sé. Uh,
So
yeah.
okay. Do you want to discuss where you're going to head? Now, I mean, the path is clear. The path for
Yeah.
now is clear, but the long-term plan.
I think we can discuss that
Uh,
when we get there.
Yeah,
We're kind of at the
yeah.
end of a long and winding
It,
session, I think.
yeah,
yeah. What I think it is, even in character, I think is that right now the priority that at least Neo has in mind is getting away from the imperial borders, and
yeah.
after that, he is more willing to sit down and like, okay, what does everyone want to do? Because if he was for him, he would be just looking for a plan to settle down and open a mechanics shop. But that's not fair to the rest of the party.
Neo ends up reinventing the pod races.
Okay, no
Now
joke.
that's what
At,
they.
no joke. At one point, I did thought about making a character that was just a pod racer that ends up being thrown into this because I like racing.
Now
Well,
this is
It's one of
pod
the
racing.
reasons why it's one of the reasons why I made him a mechanic.
well,
So I thought at some point of making the character I was going to make a racer, but I decided to go mechanic because I thought it's more useful in the long run.
well. If
Mhm.
the pod racer was actually fixing his own.
Well,
Uh,
usually racers done in real life, which is what I'm basing myself on.
oh,
They know
okay.
mechanics, but they don't fix their car. So
You would
I
be
made
more.
it like that. I
You would.
that's the thing throw that of thoughts that led me to creating Neo.
You would be more Sebulba and less Anak.
Yep.
Nah, he'd be What's that guy's name? Greg, whatever. That,
Greg?
that guy with the big that guy with the big head looks like got like a very chummy, relaxed attitude.
Oh, the guy with that had four that actually had four how they're called.
I think it's Greg Hillstop, something like that.
The guy that was still at the beginning of the race.
No,
That he was having all of the problems or not.
no, can't remember his name. Just let me Google it. Oh,
Well, the
I think
point is that yeah, it will like had other ideas that maybe for the character, and I decided for this one. The point is that my character will just look for something more simple. The whole party probably has their own ideas of what they want to do.
Okay,
that's it.
so
That's it. Clegg Holdfast. You're gonna be. Yes, basically be Clegg Holdfast.
Clegg Holdfast. Okay, who's this guy?
If you've played episode 1 Racer, you'll probably know him.
I have not played that one.
I've played it, but I don't remember this guy that well because there's a lot of racers.
Clegg Holdfast. Oh, okay. He wasn't. Okay. I remember him now.
Anyway, next week we will definitely be playing Sentinels.
Definitely.
And then the week after that, we will totally play Sentinels.
Anyway, so next week we'll play Sentinels. Is that
If
everything?
nothing happens, or we are not back to Star Wars.
Hopefully, I will not need to be on a 2 hours or 3 hours call. So yeah.
No, no problem.
By the way, are we still on the stream?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything about
We're
finishing.
on the stream, so I'm gonna disappear from roll 20.
Just making sure.
All right.
Oh,
So everyone say goodbye to the stream.
Yes.
bye.
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 See
Bye.
ya.
No. No. The stream has ended. Change the TV channel.
We
Where's
don't
the
have a TV.
Okay.
buy us a plasma TV.